Greetings to all. Today we are going to study about habitats. So there are different types of habitat. What is a habitat and why this habitat is important. The different components of habitat we are going to talk about in this video. So let's get started. First, there is a animal on your screen. Can you recognize this animal? He's saying hello to you. Say hello and name this animal. Yes, you're right. This is the polar bear. Now, can you guess the place where he lives? Yes, you are right. You will say that it lives in snow or it lives in the polar region. Yes, so this is the correct answer. Now, we can just assume this animal, this polar bear, as human beings. Like we want to go on vacations. This polar bear is also fed up of polar region. He want to also go on vacation. Yes, he want to also go on vacation because he is tired of living in the snow and always white and white. So he want to go on vacation. Suppose he goes to Hawaii. Okay, if we, not only Hawaii, we can say he goes to any beach or any beach of Goa. He goes there for vacations. Now, do you think he will be able to survive over there? No, absolutely not, because see, he has a white fur coat. Yes, he wears always, he has his white fur coat on, and if he goes with that coat to the beach, what will happen? He cannot remove that coat. Obviously he cannot remove that coat. So what will happen? He will feel lots and lots of warmth over there, hotness over there, and he will not be able to survive over there. Yes, because it's too hot over there. It's too hot over there. Yes, so what do you understand by this? So what is an habitat? A habitat is a place where an animal lives, sleeps, eats, makes its home, has babies, gets food. So this is any place, we can say in general, a place in the nature where an animal lives, okay, is called its habitat. Yes. So we can say, for example, desert is the habitat for your camel and cactus, whereas forest is the habitat for your lion and your tigers. Grassland is the habitat for your deer. Then we can say this thing like water is the habitat for your fishes. Snow is the habitat for your polar bears. So these are the habitats. I guess you are clear with the term habitat. Yes, so we are going to study about different types of habitat. Okay, so we will just study about the different names of habitat also. So now your habitat is made up of two components. Okay, two components are very important for making the habitat. So what is your habitat comprises of? It comprises of biotic component as well as your abiotic component. Biotic component, what are the biotic component? They are the living things of the habitat. Yes, living things of the habitat. And what is the abiotic component? Abiotic component is the non-living things of the habitat. So what do you think, living things can live without non-living things? Like we human beings can live without air, water, soil? No, this is not possible. So both the components, your biotic as well as the abiotic component of the environment are important, of the habitat are important. Yes, so let's discuss about the biotic factors. What are the biotic factors? See, biotic factors consist of your producers, consumers and decomposers. We have talked about producers a lots of time. So what are producers? Your plants, your green plants are called as producers because they can they can prepare their own food. Yes, they contain green color pigment called chlorophyll, and with the help of this chlorophyll they can prepare their own food in the presence of sunlight and sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, and this process is called as photosynthesis. Yes, and since plants can make their own food, they are known as autotrophs. They are known as autotrophs. Thus, your non-green plants as well as your animals depend on these producers for food. See, only green plants can synthesize their food because they have the pigment called chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll help in absorbing sunlight. Yes, sunlight is also important. And what is sunlight? Sunlight is the abiotic component of the habitat. Yes, we have talked about this. Next is consumers. What are consumers? And I told you one more thing about producers. Producers, or these plants, are also called as autotrophs because they can prepare. Auto means self and troph means food, so they can prepare their own food. That's why plants are known as autotrophs. Next comes the consumers. See, what are consumers? They are the animals which cannot prepare their own food, hence they are dependent on other organisms for food, so they are known as consumers or heterotrophs. Hetero means different or other, yes, and troph means food. For that animals that are dependent on other animals or other organism for food are known as heterotrophs or consumers. Now I have discussed about the three types of heterotrophs that are your consumers. We can say your herbivores, your carnivores, your omnivores. What are herbivores? They are the animals which feed on the plant or the plant products. They are the primary consumers. Yes, because first they are consuming the plant. Yes, your deer, cow, elephant are the examples of it. Yes, then your carnivores. What are carnivores? They are the animals that feed on the flesh of other animals. Your example, your lion, tiger, wolf are the examples. They are known as the secondary consumers. Yes, because first plant is eaten by the primary consumer, that is your herbivores. Then it is eaten by that animal is eaten by this carnivore. Yes, so that is the secondary consumer of the plants. Yes, then is your omnivores. So omnivores are the animals that feed on, or the organisms that feed on both plants as well as the animals. Your human, crow are the examples, some examples of it. Yes, next comes the decomposers. They are the most important, we can say one of the important factors of biotic components. See, your microorganisms, your bacteria comes in this. Yes, and why are they called as decomposers? Because they break down the dead parts. They feed on the dead decaying matter of plants and animals. Yes, and these animals, that decaying animals, they release nutrients, yes, into the environment. Thus these microorganisms or these decomposers helps in the recycling of minerals of or nutrients, we can say. And decomposers, it is very important, emphasize on my words now what I'm saying. Decomposers are called the nature's cleaner because they keep the environment free from dead and rotting matter by consuming or breaking down them. Yes, I told you, like for example, if a particular animal dies, yes, and if you are crossing through that area, you will find that place too smelly, too stinky, you cannot survive over there. But after 10 to 15 days, you can see the smell has reduced or it is vanished. Why so? Because these decomposers have started working on it. They have break down that body, and the body of that dead organism is finished now, so the smell will also go. So this is why these decomposers are called the nature's cleaner. So without these decomposers, you think, if decomposers would not be there, so this earth would have been the heap of dead and decaying matter. So biotic components are clear to you. Next we are going to talk about abiotic components. What are the abiotic? Your sunlight, your wind, air, your rain, soil are the abiotic components. See, sun is the ultimate source of light. It is very important. Water is important. Soil is important. Everything is important. Every abiotic component is important for the survival, yes, of biotic components. So this is clear to you. So this is we are going to talk about the habitat. Yes, habitat, we have talked about habitat. Then different types we have talked. Yes, and then the different components, okay, biotic and abiotic. I hope this topic is clear to you. We will meet in the next video. Thank you so much.